What's up, my friend? Welcome to the Finding Direction podcast. My name is Stu Massengill, and I'm here every single week to bring you a passionate guest or message dedicated to helping you find your purpose so that you can live a life full of passion, fulfillment, and happiness. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for hanging out with me, and let's dive in. What's up, my friend? Welcome back to the Finding Direction podcast. I am so absolutely freaking pumped to dive in with you on this week's episode as we talk about 2023. It is crazy that we are only about a week away from a new year. And if you're listening to my voice right now and you're going, you know what? I want to make 2023 the best year yet. I want to make it a year where I set a goal and I actually achieve that New Year's resolution that I made for myself. If you want 2023 to be a year you look back on in your life, this is going to be the podcast for you. We're going to be talking about all of that and so much more to help you get clear on how do you set goals for next year, and more importantly, how do you begin to actually make those things real? That is going to be the most important thing. I'm going to give you 5 specific things that you can do to set yourself up. And the 5th one is undoubtedly the most important one. So make sure you stick around to the end of the episode so you get the 5th one, because that is going to be the one that is the secret sauce that is what makes your goal turn into an actual reality. Now, before we dive in, if you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can hang out with us every single week on the podcast as we bring you content, conversations, insights to help you find your purpose and maximize living that purpose every single day. So smash that subscribe button and let's dive in, my friend, to making 2023 the best year yet, goal setting, and the secret to achieving your goals. Now, as we dive into the juiciness that this episode brings, there is such an interesting concept that you may have experienced in your life, or if you haven't experienced it, you've definitely seen it happen to other people. But once a year, it's called New Year's, all of a sudden everybody in the world says, you know what, this is the time where I am going to start to ask myself, what do I really want in my life? Now, it's a powerful time of the year because that's a powerful question. And if you ask yourself a powerful question, as we talk about on the show, you're going to get a powerful answer. But what's really interesting is New Year's comes, and again, maybe this has happened to you or you've seen it happen with someone else, and we set these goals, these things that we want to achieve for the next 12 months in our life, and oftentimes people never make those a reality. I believe the statistic is that 20 days after New Year's, so January 20th, about 80% of people have given up on the goals that they set for themselves that year. It's 80% by 20 days into the new year have given up on their New Year's resolution. And the reason that it happens, and I hope you hear this, and I hope you remember this, and I hope you apply this as we go through this episode, but the reason that happens is people don't have an emotional attachment. People don't have a reason on why they should actually achieve that thing. Right? You go and you say, I want to lose X pounds this year. I want to make X income this year. I want to do, I want to travel to this place. And people set goals, but they don't actually have an emotional charge behind why they need to make that a reality. And so that's some of the stuff we're going to dive into today and help you get clear on finding the goal and making it real. So the first thing we want to do as you dive into making 2023 the best year of your life is you want to ask yourself, and this will even go past 2023. That's really the beautiful part of what we're going to do today is, you're going to get clear on making 2023 the best year, but you're really going to give yourself some clarity on what you want the next 5, maybe even 10 years to look like. And so part 1, step 1, is ultimately you want to create an ultimate vision for your life. You want to ask yourself a few powerful questions. I'll give you a few, and I would encourage you to journal on this after today's episode. Like, go through the podcast, pause it, answer that question for a few minutes, pause it, play the next question, answer that question, and really allow yourself to dive into this. But the first question you want to ask yourself is, simply, what is the ultimate vision of my life? What's the ultimate vision for my life? What's the ultimate vision that you have for your life? What do I want my life to be about? What do you want your life to be about? What would happen if you started to journal on that? You say, you know what? I want my life to be about, X, Y, Z, whatever would come out. It's a powerful question. Another question you say is, if there were no limits, what would be possible for my life? And a fourth question I'll give you is, what do I want for each area of my life? Right? Remember, there's more than one area of our life, so you got to go through these different areas and ask yourself, well, what do you want in those different areas of your life? And as you go through the process of creating your ultimate vision, there are two things I want you to understand as you go into this process. And the first thing is, allow yourself to take the analytical part of your brain out. Allow yourself to take the judgmental part of your brain out. Allow yourself to ultimately go into this question, go into this exercise with a childlike curiosity, right? When you were 5 years old, you didn't say, oh, that's not achievable, that's not doable. You didn't bring all your limiting beliefs into your life. When you were 5, you said, I want to be a freaking astronaut. I want to go, explore the world. I want to be study dinosaurs. Like whatever you said something and you didn't allow yourself to put a cap on yourself. Right? They say the only limitations that we have, the only limitations that exist are the ones that you put on yourself. So as you go through this writing exercise, allow yourself to strip away those limitations that you may have put on yourself over the last few years. And just ask yourself those few questions. So that's the first part. The second thing you want to do is you build this ultimate vision is you want to use powerful language. Right? You want to use language that really charges you up, language that gets you fired up and excited for your life. Because if you create an ultimate vision and it's just all this like bland stuff that doesn't really like motivate you, doesn't pump you up, then you're not actually going to get excited to do that. Now, on last week's episode, we talked about being unreasonable with what you want in your life, right? We talked about that with Cole Rogers. You can go to listen to the episode from last week. And this is one of the things you need to do absolutely as you create this ultimate vision for your life is be a bit unreasonable, but what do you really want in your life? All right. So that's the first step is get clear on your ultimate vision. And what I thought I would do is I myself actually just went through all of this process the last few weeks, really, because as we go into 2023, I'm not just sharing these things with you, but I really am practicing them in my life. I'm a believer that you have to always become better and work on yourself. And so I practice those things and obviously then bring them here and share them with you so that you can get them too, right? So I went through this process and I thought it would be helpful to share with you my ultimate vision. It's the vision that I just created. I just did it not too long ago. And it's something I'm continuing to enhance, but maybe this can at least give you an idea of what your ultimate vision can look like. And yours doesn't have to look anything like this, but just understand this is my ultimate vision. And maybe it can give you some help as you hear someone else's ultimate vision. All right, so I'll read it to you. This is my ultimate vision. It's that my ultimate vision for my life is to be a leader who inspires, encourages, and helps hundreds of thousands of people to become a better version of themselves. To help others live a life full of passion, fulfillment, and pure happiness through my podcast, speaking, coaching, and other products and services. To be a force for good that leaves a positive imprint on this world. I want my life to be about helping others, enjoying the hell out of every moment of life, exuding love to the world, adventuring, making a difference, and continuously finding ways to become better. To be full of an infectious energy that leaves every interaction better off. To be in a peak physical shape at 180 pounds with a six-pack abs. To be the master of my emotion and dance in their beauty on a daily basis, knowing that life is happening for me in every moment of my life. To be in a relationship that radiates love everywhere. To be a 10 for my partner and never stop dating and never let the juiciness of love go away. To have a crazy, sexy, loving, intimate, and playful time together, to be making an impact and giving back to those in need, to be a giver, to be a multimillionaire living in an absolute financial abundance, being able to do what I want, where I want, with whomever I want, to have 50% of my income come through residual income, to have a beautiful $4 million house walking distance to the beach in San Diego, and to have a $10 million house on the water in Lake Tahoe, California. To have a family that is full of love, support, encouragement, and one that creates the feeling of home. To have friends that enrich all aspects of each other's lives, lifting each other up in every area of our life. To be connected at core with spirit and have a relationship with Source where I am guided in every aspect of my life. To be walking in such faith that anything becomes possible. So that, my friends, is my ultimate vision. And if you could hear it in my voice as I read that, it just gets me so charged up and so motivated and fired up to begin to create that life and make it a reality. So you'll notice in there was powerful language. You notice in there were some things there that I was being unreasonable about what I want. But those are the things you have to incorporate to create a vision that really excites you. So that's number one as far as making 2023 the best years. Get clear on what is your ultimate vision for your life. And the second part is once you're clear on your ultimate vision, we want to get clear on your ultimate purpose. So one of the things we spoke about in just the beginning is a lot of the times you can create goals for your life, but you don't have a reason to back them. And that's what holds a lot of people back from actually creating some of the things that they want in their life. So what we want to do is with the second one, we want to get clear on your ultimate purpose, which is ultimately the reasons why you want to achieve the things in your ultimate vision, right? So here are a few questions you can ask yourself to pull out your ultimate purpose. So the first question you can ask yourself as you build your ultimate purpose is, why do I want to fulfill this ultimate vision for my life? Why do you want to fulfill that ultimate vision that you just created for your life? Like, why is that important to you? Why must you create that in your life? Another question you can ask is, what will achieving this ultimate vision give me? Right? When you make it a reality, what's that going to give you in your life? Right? What other areas of your life would it impact? Another question you ask is, how will achieving this ultimate vision enhance every area of my life? And how would it enhance each area of my life? You can even go through specifics. Another question you can ask, and this one is a little bit on the inverse, is what will it cost me if it doesn't happen? What will it cost me if I don't make it happen? And what are the ultimate consequences for not making it happen? And sometimes what happens as you go into your ultimate purpose is you dig into some of the reasons on why you must do this and what will happen if you don't. That can create a little bit more leverage for you to take forward action on those goals that you have, on that vision. And another question you can ask, I'll give you two more, is what are my reasons for following through? And how will I be able to make an impact by achieving my ultimate vision? So those are a few questions you can ask yourself to start to dig and pull out your ultimate purpose. But ultimately, what you're looking for is, why is it important to achieve some of the things in your ultimate vision? All right. The juicier the reason why, the more you are likely to make it happen, right? You never need more answers. You need more reasons. We've all had times in our life where there was something and you had to make it happen and you found a way because you had a powerful reason. If you're not achieving some of the things you want in life, there's a chance that you probably don't have a powerful enough reason to make it happen, or you would have made it happen by now. So again, I want to give you an example here of my ultimate purpose. And this is my purpose. Again, you can take things from it if you want. You can create your own, but this will at least just give you an idea of what could an ultimate purpose look like. This is what mine looks like. And all I did was I just answered all those different questions that I just shared with you. So here's my ultimate purpose. My ultimate purpose is to be able to look my kids in the eyes one day and say that anything is possible because I lived it. To get to the end of my life knowing I did everything possible to reach my full potential and live in my true purpose. To have so much juice in my life. It will light me up so freaking powerfully, and I will be living in my dream. To become a better person. To truly feel I'm doing what I've been called to do on this planet. God's given me a beautiful blueprint, and this is me using it for the greater good. To have more energy that will enhance every aspect of my life. To 10x my relationship because I can truly give my partner the world and make sure they never stress about finances. To explore the world even more and create magic moments on a regular basis. To be financially free, living in peace, and focused solely on living a rich life. To be the greatest support my family could ever ask for. To elevate my friendships because of who I surround myself and what new friends I can contribute to as I live in my dream. My faith will be so strong and growing because that's what got me here. If I don't make it happen, it will cost me living a life where I don't feel I ever truly lived in my purpose. It will cause me living life with a true sense of regret as I approach my final days on this planet. It will cost my family suffering and not living the life I truly desire for them. So I do this to show my future kids what's truly possible. to live my purpose and the reason I was put on this planet, to defy fear even when it shows up and instead choose to live in faith, to be able to help more people in need with my message, content, products, and services, living in their full potential, I will be able to impact millions. All right, that is my ultimate purpose. And again, if you can feel it, when I read that, it makes me want to run through basically a brick wall. And it gets me so fired up and excited to say, okay, I have these things I want to achieve in my life. I have this ultimate vision, and I know why. I know why I need to achieve these things. And that's really what is the gas that pours onto the fire that you have, which is your ultimate vision. Right? You get those powerful reasons. You get your ultimate purpose. It is going to help you achieve the things you really want at a much faster rate. So what you want to do is spend a little bit of time, go back in the podcast, answer those questions, and figure out what is your ultimate purpose. Go journal it, go write it, take some time to really sit down and plan it so that you can go into 2023 even more powerfully. Now, the third thing you want to do is once you have your ultimate vision, and then you have your ultimate purpose, the reason why you want to achieve that ultimate vision, what you want to go into now is goal setting. And the reason we go into goal setting now is because now we have the rocket fuel behind making these goals real, right? So many people, they go, okay, these are the things I want to achieve and these are the goals. And they never do the first things we spoke about, which is all of the way that you create the fuel, the power, the charge, the motivation, the drive behind actually making these goals real. So if you're listening to this and you're going, okay, cool, we got 2 goals. This is what I was looking for. I encourage you, go back and do the first 2 parts of this before you really dive into this third piece. All right. Because if you do the first 2, it's going to make it so when you come to the third and you really set those goals, you are actually going to achieve them. All right. So what we want to do is when it comes to goal setting, you want to have 12-month goals, you want to have 90-day goals, and you want to have 30-day goals. And the way we want to do this, and I'm going to give you a mouthful here in just a second, is we want to break it down into different areas of our life. So to give you at a high level, the 8 areas of life that I look through life through, the lens at which I look at life through, the 8 different sectors of my life, you could say, is the number one area of my life is health and fitness. And these aren't in chronological order. They're just random order, right? Not in order of importance. But one area of my life is health and fitness. A second area of my life is my emotions. A third is relationships. A fourth is finances. A fifth is career and business. 6th is family. 7th is friends. And 8th is spiritual. And so what I will do is I will go through all of those different areas of my life and I'll ask myself, what is my 12-month goal for my health and fitness? What is my 12-month goal for my finances? What is my 12-month goal for my career and my business? What is my 12-month goal for my spiritual life? And I'll look at what are the things I want to achieve in 12 months in this area of my life, right? And when you do this, you want to make sure that you're very specific, right? You can even make these SMART goals, right? SMART goals, it stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So timely is your 12 months. And then just make it specific, make it measurable. So if we take business for an example, or let's take finances for an example. Easy way to say it is you go, in 2023, my 12-month goal is I want to make $100,000. And maybe that's your goal. So if you reverse engineer it, then you say, well, my 90-day goal would be to make $25,000, right? And then your 30-day goal would be to make $8,333. That's how much you need to make a month to make $100,000 a year. Right? So you reverse engineer it and you go backwards. And now you can do that as well with other areas of your life. So let's say health and fitness, you go, I want to be 180 pounds with 6-pack abs, right? That's one of the things that I want to achieve in 12 months. Then what I do is I go, okay, in 90 days, then I need to be, let's say 172 pounds, right? And I need to have maybe 2-pack, right? And you work backwards to ultimately create those goals. All right. So it sounds like this part is simple as far as compared to the first 2. And it really is a little bit more simple because now you've got that rocket fuel, right? So what you want to do is take a little bit of time. And I would say for now, maybe just pick 2 areas. You don't need to do all 8. If you really want to dive in, sit down, rip through all 8. I highly, highly, highly encourage it. But for now, just ask yourself, what are 2 of those areas I would want to set some goals for? Again, it could be your health and fitness, emotions, relationships, finances, career or business, family, friends, or spiritual. Pick 2 and set some 12-month, 90-day, and 30-day goals. Now, once you have those goals, we come to the fourth step, and this is really where we finally start to get the ball rolling. We start to move the boulder towards making these things a reality in your life. And the fourth thing we must do is create an action plan. So let's say, for example, that you say, okay, for my finances, I want to make $100,000 a year in 12 months, right? You go 25 grand in 3 months, and I want to make $333 in 30 days. So what you want to ask yourself as you create your action plan is, what is your action plan for making those goals a reality? What's your action plan for making those things real in your life in the next 12 months? And what steps would you have to take to make that real? And all you're going to do is really simply sit down and take a pen and a notepad and give yourself, I would say, set a 3-minute timer. And for 3 minutes, all your goal is to write out as many action items that could get you there. This is a brainstorming process. You don't need to have the right action. You're going to get all types of different answers. But the secret here is you want to give yourself enough actions and do this process, because you're going to start to get some good things, some bad things, and then you go execute on them, right? So ask yourself, what would your action plan be for those things? And then ultimately, once you have those actions, you need to go take action on those things, all right? So that is the first 4 steps, and I want to give the 5th one to you. And I mentioned this at the beginning, that this is going to be the one that is the most powerful of all of these. And this is a huge reason why so many people set goals and they do not achieve them in their life. And it's that the 5th step to making 2023 your best year, setting the goals, achieving them, making sure you make them real, is put your vision, put your goals, your purpose somewhere where you can see it every single day. Put it somewhere where you can see it every single day. And more importantly, read it out loud. Yes, out loud, not in your head. Read it out loud to yourself once a week, if not once a day. I would say you really want to make it happen once a day with emotion. Read those things out loud. Read your vision for your life. Read your purpose for your life. Read the goals that you have and you want to achieve in 2023. And if you put those somewhere where you see it every single day, there are so many scientific things that have been proven that show when you have something front of mind, you have it center of your attention, you are going to start to achieve those things at a much more rapid rate. So whether that is putting this up in your office, putting it up in your bedroom, putting it up on the background of your phone or on the background of your computer, or putting it in your bathroom, put this somewhere where you can see it every single day. And then once a day, I would say, if you really want to achieve it, if not, do it at least once a week, read these out loud to yourself. Your goals, your vision, your purpose. And if you do that, you are going to start to make some of these things real at a rapid rate in 2023. All right, go out, take action on these things. Again, one more time to give you a quick run through is, number 1, you want to create your ultimate vision. Number 2, create that ultimate purpose. Number 3, sit down and set 12-month, 90-day, and 30-day goals. Then number 4 is make an action plan. And number 5, and most importantly, put it somewhere where you can see it every single day and read it out loud to yourself at least once a week, if not once a day. And you do those things, you are going to notice that as we get a week into 2023, a month, 3 months, 6 months, and as we eventually come around to this same time in 2023, you're going to look back in the last 12 months of your life and you're going to go, man, 2023 was incredible. And it's because you took the things from this episode, you executed on them, you implemented them in your life, and you made 2023 the best year yet. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this episode, my friend. That is all that we have for you on this one. If you enjoyed this episode, I would be so grateful if you would, again, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave us a review. Go on iTunes, let us know what you like, what you want more of. It is one of the greatest ways that I can continue to make this show better for you every single week. So if you go on there and leave us a review, I'll read it. I'll make sure we take some of those things and really use it to make this podcast and this show better for you every single week. So thank you again so much for being here. I hope you have an outstanding, unbelievable, incredible rest of your day, and I will see you on the podcast soon. If you don't want to go anywhere, don't feel like you need to, I have another episode coming up right after this, and you can go there if you want some more. So I'll talk to you soon, my friend, and have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day.